Hi everyone, my name is Veronica. I'm very new to YouTube. It just started posting a lot of lifestyle vlogs. Day to day, I post little shorts here and there. But today's video is gonna be, it's very spur of the moment. I don't really have much prepared, but I just really want to get this video out there because I'm a 32-year-old woman that's been trying to conceive for about 4 years. And I guess I'm speaking for myself when I say that there's been a lot of confusion on like tracking ovulation, tracking BBT, tracking cervical mucus. And I know there's a lot of like newer technology out there that you can use that can definitely paint a more clearer picture. But a lot of those products are very expensive, and I had tried them, and now I'm back to the basics. So this video is more just like a quick learning of, it's 3 methods, very low cost if not free, to learn how to track your ovulation. I can get into my further story and get into supplements and what my symptoms are, what we've been trying to do recently. But I just really wanted to do like a basic video of the 3 methods that I have found that have been the best for me, the best cost efficient wise. And then it was just a matter of learning how to properly use those tools. So I just wanted to do like this quick video, simple, easy to understand, in hopes that someone else like me who was very, I need very basic information. I need information that's to the point, and then also needing all the details because some details are very vague in my opinion, which is fine. And maybe that's just my learning curve. But anyways, let's just get right into it. So like I said, there's 3 methods that I've used that have worked very well for me. And it's just a matter of patience and paying attention. So I'll just start with the strips. So I've used a couple of different products for ovulation, and that's when you test your urine. And the reason why I went to those products was because I felt like I just couldn't get a handle or understanding on the LH strips. And I wish someone just would have told me, just hang in there, wait, you know. But anyways, okay, so I use the LH strips. It's just from Amazon, and if I can, I'll link it down below. But it's the Easy at Home Pre-Mom strips. This one came with about 30 strips, and then also it comes with little cups to hold the urine and to be able to test. So this is what they come in, these little packets. So I won't open right here. I'll open one just so you can see it. So the way you test is, if you've been trying to conceive for a while, the best method that I use is that I just started all over. I just waited until I got my period, waited until my period was over. My period is 3 days. So on the 4th day, I started testing right away just to see, okay, just to get every single day. And I did not stop until I saw the confirmed ovulation strip. And I do put it into the Pre-Mom app. A lot of the apps are not very accurate, I will be honest, but that's the one that I have found that works the best for me and has had the most accurate results. So when testing, you never test with the first morning urine. You have to wait for later in the day. I test about, I think the sweet spot is always between, and you'll find a lot of information, but for me, it's about 11 a.m. to, I'd say, 4 p.m. is the times that I've, on average, found my surge. So you take it out, and let's just pretend it's 11 a.m. You grab your, this is just water, but this is the cup that it comes in. You pee in here, you dip it in, you hold it for 10 seconds until you can see it's gonna rise. So there it has risen. You take it out and you lay it flat. And then it'll show the result within about 5 minutes. And on the Premom app, you can put in the test result and it'll come up with the score. So that is the first method, and I'd suggest you start right after your period and keep going until you find the ovulation. Do not get discouraged if you are not seeing the faded line. That is okay. You're gonna get there, and if you're just doing it for information purposes and to just get a handle on your cycle, that is fine. But just please keep going every single day. Do not stop until you see the positive test. And if you don't see ever a positive test and your period begins again, you might have missed it, and that will bring me into my second method. But before I say the second method, just so you have a clear understanding of what a positive LH strip is supposed to look like, this is it right here. You'll see it, there you go. You'll see it, a very, very strong line, almost matching both of these lines. The reason I couldn't ever find my positive is that I would stop way too soon and get discouraged way too quickly. So just keep going, keep going. And there's going to be a point that you will begin testing twice a day. And the reason is going into my method number 2, and that is checking for cervical mucus. That is something that I would see but never paid too much attention to. So my recommendation is 2 things. Either before going to the restroom, before you go in there to use it, is take the piece of tissue paper and wipe and see what it does. So if there's no glide, if the paper is just shiny, then that is, you count it as you're not in the fertile window. So the when you will know that you have entered the fertile window is when it starts getting thicker, or when you wipe, it starts gliding a little bit more. And then obviously you see that you have entered the peak fertile window of your ovulation when you get the egg white cervical mucus. And I do this because sometimes you're able, if you put it in the tissue paper, you're able to just, the tissue paper, and you're able to pick it up. I know, TMI, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You pretend this is the tissue paper, you grab it, and you're able to put it in between your fingers, and this is my thumb and my middle finger, and you're able to see the stretch. And you'll be able, it doesn't have to stretch all the way, just as long as, I'll go closer, just as long as it maybe, pretend there's cervical mucus in there, so stretches this much, you'll be able, there just has to be a stretch, and you only have to see this once. You don't have to see it throughout the whole day. As long as you see it one time, there's cervical discharge that is indicating and pushing you to that you're entering your fertile window, your ovulation peak. That is more than enough. So that's the second method. And with the second method, once you start noticing those cervical mucus discharge, the stretchy, you can begin testing twice a day. And my suggestion would be between 11 and 4 p.m., 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then another one in the evening, maybe between 6 p.m., 9 p.m. And then you always want to make sure you don't want to drink a lot of water because you don't want to dilute it. You want it to have it, you want it to be as concentrated as you possibly can get it. Obviously, don't, you know, don't injure yourself or don't hurt yourself holding in your pee. It's just, you just don't want to drink or eat a lot before testing for LH. Okay, I hope this is making sense so far. And then the last one is just the BBT, checking for your temperature. This is another, not sponsored, although I should be. This is another, the Easy at Home digital basal thermometer. I'll also try to link it down below if I'm able to. So what you do is you turn it on. This one is backlit, so that's really nice because you test early morning. You want to choose a time that's convenient for you, that is before you start to get up and start your day. So ideally, on average, 7:30 a.m. is the best time to do the basal body temperature testing. But you can choose whatever's convenient to you. Obviously, the earlier the better, because as you get later in the day, your body just naturally starts to, I forget the exact terminology, but it just starts to wake up and produce different hormones. So the earlier the better. And you want to do the same time every single day. So if you pick 7:30 a.m., you must do it at the same time every single day. Now, you're able, if you get up to go to the restroom at night, that is completely fine. If you get up and you go back to bed and you go back to sleep, that is okay. You are not out. You're able to confidently record that temperature as valid. So the only time that it does become invalid is if you get up, get dressed, get ready for the day. Obviously, your temperature is not at its core temperature. You've already woken up for the day. You've already heated up. That one will be invalid. So just set your timer. I have my timer every single morning, goes off at 7:30. I just keep my thermometer right under my pillow. I reach for it. I put it under my tongue. I'm still there in bed, half asleep. And then it'll give off a beep. And then that's when you know you're done. And this thermometer specifically, it records, it holds up to, I believe, 30 temperature readings. So say if I do sleep in a little bit longer, an hour more, whatever, once I fully wake up, I grab the thermometer, I press it open, and it'll show my last temperature. And this was the temperature from this morning. And so then you just record it. I just have it in my notes app. I just have it like day 1, and then I start from there and start recording. So the way that the BBT works is that it confirms ovulation 3 after you're done ovulating. So typically that's with 3 temperature readings. So don't get discouraged if they are low. Estrogen keeps your temperature low. Progesterone is what raises your body basal temperature. So you won't see it until after progesterone has risen. So it can still be low. Your LH strip can show positive, but your BBT will still be low because this will confirm it after, and typically that's 3 days after. What else? I think that's it. I just wanted to keep it super simple and kind of just encourage anyone out there, if anyone watches this video, to just do the strips, just do the basal body temperature thermometer, check your cervical mucus. Don't do, unless you want to, of course, but you don't have to get all these fancy ovulation products. I had even looked for like the cervical mucus product to check my cervical mucus, but you don't have to get that. It's very easy. You just have to do it. You just check yourself, and that's how you will see. I mostly wanted to see this video, to do this video, just to reinforce that you do not have to spend a lot to be able to get the information that you need. And of course, this was a very, very crash course, very to the point video. So if you want anything that goes a little bit more in depth, I can definitely do that, and maybe I can break up each one, just so it's a little bit clearer and I'm not rushing through it. Like I said, this is a video more encouraging, like, you got this. Don't get the fancy products. You can do it. Like the ovulation strips, they're so cheap. You can get a big box like this on Amazon. The thermometer, I think, was maybe $14. You can also get that on Amazon, and of course it'll last you a really long time. And then of course the third method is no cost to you. It's just checking yourself for the fertile mucus. And like I said, you might be thinking, I don't have any fertile mucus, or I don't notice it. It's most likely because you just haven't caught it. You probably most likely are seeing it. You just haven't maybe paid attention. And with that, I can go into a longer video, kind of describing what to look for, maybe the steps. But yeah, like I said, you got this. Just go with what you have. This will provide more than enough information. And yeah, that's all for today. I just wanted to do this really quickly. Something was telling me to do this. You know, I don't know if hopefully at least it helps one person. And if it does, that would be awesome. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if some parts were unclear. I know I was kind of maybe all over the place. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.